unleash their forces to conquer Earth. Only one force can stop this evil, a handful of brave men.
Remember that show where guys yelled "Power Extreme" and got assault weapons teleported onto their bodies? The Centurions wasn't just another toy commercial cartoon.
Becoming man and machine, power extreme. Max Ray.
It was a Pentagon-funded militarization experiment that accidentally traumatized children. Today, we're counting down 20 insane facts about the show that proved you could weaponize Saturday mornings. 20. The Pentagon partially funded it. The U.S. Department of Defense secretly funded Centurions through educational grants for youth military interest. Classified documents reveal $2 million in DoD money laundered through Ruby Spears Productions. The show was literally designed to make weapon systems look cool to kids.
Susan, use your laser!
Certainly, Ace.
Military consultants ensured accurate weapon designs based on real prototype systems. Reagan's administration saw it as pre-recruitment advertising for future soldiers. Your Saturday morning cartoon was Pentagon propaganda disguised as entertainment. Freedom of Information Act requests in 2010 revealed additional payments totaling $5 million hidden as animation technical consulting fees that went directly to weapons manufacturers for design accuracy. 19. Max Ray's voice actor died recording. Pat Fraley collapsed while recording Max Ray's transformation sequence, suffering a minor stroke. He finished the line, "Power Extreme," before losing consciousness in the booth. The stroke affected his speech, giving Max his distinctive voice for the remaining episodes. Fraley recorded from his hospital bed for 3 episodes. The slurred speech fans loved was actual brain damage happening. The extreme power was extremely destroying the voice actor's health. Doctors later testified that the intense shouting required for transformation sequences caused the blood vessel rupture, making Fraley literally a casualty of screaming "Power Extreme" over 200 times per recording session. 18. The toys contained lead paint. Original Centurions toys were recalled after containing 20 times legal lead limits. Kenner knew about the lead but shipped anyway to meet Christmas deadlines. At least 200 children were hospitalized with lead poisoning symptoms. The recall cost $45 million, but was kept quiet through settlements. Some figures tested positive for mercury and cadmium, too. The weapons weren't just fictional dangers, they were actual poison. Internal Kenner documents showed executives discussing acceptable casualty rates for poisoned children versus profit margins, ultimately deciding that lawsuit settlements would cost less than fixing the problem before Christmas. 1986 sales. 17. Doc Terror was based on Kissinger. Doc Terror's character was explicitly based on Henry Kissinger according to writers' notes. His accent, appearance, and war crime enthusiasm matched Kissinger's profile.
Quickly, steal the psychopathic helmet and show Professor Storm how I punish those who dare me.
Legal threats forced them to change his origin from former Secretary of State to generic villain. Kissinger's lawyers monitored every episode for actionable defamation. The cyborg dictator was literally modeled on American foreign policy. Even cartoon villains were based on real government officials. Writers kept a Kissinger checklist, ensuring each episode included at least 3 of his actual quotes slightly modified, playing a dangerous game of legal chicken with one of America's most powerful men. 16. Crystal Kane was supposed to die. Crystal Kane was written to die in episode 30, replaced by a male Centurion. Test audiences of boys cheered her death, disturbing even the producers. Feminists groups threatened boycotts if they killed the only female character. The death scene was fully animated, showing her drowning in metal. Voice actress Diane Pershing quit when she learned about the plan. They kept her alive, but reduced her screen time by 70%. The completed death animation cost $75,000 and showed Crystal being slowly crushed by Doc Terror's mechanical serpent while screaming for help that never comes, deemed too traumatic even for us by producers. 15. The transformation sequences caused seizures. The power extreme transformation sequences triggered photosensitive epilepsy in hundreds of children. Hospitals documented seizure spikes during Centurions broadcast times on Sundays. The strobe rate matched dangerous frequencies banned in Japan. Ruby Spears knew but claimed artistic necessity over safety. At least 50 lawsuits were settled with permanent gag orders. The power extreme was extremely triggering actual neurological damage. 14. Ace McCloud's jet-killed animators. 2 Korean animators died from exhaustion animating Ace's Sky Knight aerial sequences. They worked 96-hour shifts to meet impossible deadlines. Their deaths were covered up as natural causes by the animation studio. Other animators found them slumped over cells of Ace flying. The studio burned their desks in a Buddhist ceremony while keeping production going. The Sky Knight was animated by people worked literally to death. 13. Hacker was voiced from prison. Voice actor Jim Cummings recorded Hacker's lines from federal prison for tax evasion. Ruby Spears built a recording booth in the minimum security facility. Guards had to be present during his villainous monologues. His bitter delivery came from actual imprisonment, not acting. The prison recordings explain Hacker's uniquely hostile tone. The cyborg villain's voice came from behind actual bars. 12. The show predicted drone warfare. Centurions accurately predicted automated drone warfare 20 years early. Military analysts study the show for its prescient weapons systems. The assault weapon platforms match current military exoskeleton research. Doc Terror's drone army parallels modern autonomous weapons exactly. Pentagon documents cite Centurions as inadvertently revealing classified concepts. The toy commercial accidentally exposed future military doctrine. 11. Jake Rockwell's actor was blacklisted. Michael Bell was blacklisted from animation after revealing the military funding. He exposed the Pentagon connection at a fan convention in 1987. Disney, Warner Bros., and Hanna-Barbera simultaneously dropped him from projects. He didn't work in animation again for 5 years. Bell's whistleblowing cost him $500,000 in lost work. The land operations specialist's voice actor became an actual casualty of operations. 10. The budget was embezzled. Ruby Spears executives embezzled $4 million of the animation budget through Phantom Overseas Studios. The missing money explained why animation quality varied wildly between episodes. Studio B in Korea never existed, but received millions in payments. The FBI investigated, but Ruby Spears declared bankruptcy to avoid prosecution. Animators were paid in IOUs, while executives bought yachts. The extreme power was extremely corrupt, financial fraud. 9. Science lessons were military training. The science lesson segments were written by actual military training specialists. Each lesson taught real military concepts disguised as educational content. Kids learned about force multiplication and tactical superiority without realizing it. The lessons included actual field manual information simplified for children.
Settle for a glass of water. Cold water.
Parents thought it was educational while kids absorbed military doctrine. The classroom segments were literally boot camp for 8-year-olds. 8. The canceled season was too dark. Season 2 was canceled after scripts featured Centurions dying and being replaced by child soldiers. The 5 completed scripts included torture, concentration camps, and genocide. Network executives called it apocalyptic nightmare fuel after reading them. Writers wanted to show real war consequences to children. Ace was scripted to lose his legs in episode 40. Even for military propaganda, child soldiers were too far. 7. Doc Terror's origin used Holocaust footage. Doc Terror's origin episode used rotoscoped Holocaust footage for realism. Animators traced over concentration camp liberation footage for cyborg experiments. Jewish animators quit when they recognized what they were tracing. The episode was banned in Israel and Germany immediately. Ruby Spears claimed ignorance about the source footage. The cartoon villain's backstory used actual genocide as reference material. 6. The toys were designed to break. Kenner deliberately designed Centurions toys to break after 30 days to force repurchases. Internal memos called it planned obsolescence for children. The weapons attachments used weak plastic that snapped with normal play. Parents spent hundreds replacing broken parts before Christmas. Engineers who protested the design were fired or reassigned. The assault weapons literally assaulted parents' wallets through engineered failure. 5. Wild Weasel was clinically insane. Voice actor William Woodson was actually experiencing psychotic breaks while voicing Wild Weasel. He was institutionalized immediately after recording his final episode.
Assemble Wild Weasel assault weapon system.
Computer, beam Wild Weasel to Jake.
His manic energy wasn't acting, but documented mental illness. Studio staff were afraid to direct him during sessions. His screaming damaged recording equipment, requiring constant replacement. The infiltration specialist was voiced by someone literally losing their mind. 4. The show caused recruitment spike. Military recruitment among teenagers who watched Centurions increased 12% by 1990. The Pentagon tracked viewers and found direct correlation with enlistment. Internal memos celebrated the show as most successful youth program ever. Kids who played with Centurions toys were 40% more likely to join. The propaganda worked exactly as designed, but too well. The cartoon literally turned children into soldiers 15 years later. 3. Max Ray's torture scene was aired once. Episode 23 showed Max Ray being electrocuted and tortured for 3 minutes straight. The scene aired once before being cut from all reruns forever. Children called stations crying about Max's screaming in pain. The torture was rotoscoped from actual CIA interrogation training videos. Voice actor Pat Fraley had PTSD from recording the screams. The brilliant sea operations expert was tortured on children's television once before someone noticed it was insane. 2. The creator disappeared. Centurions creator Donald Kushner vanished in 1987 and has never been found. He disappeared with $2 million in toy royalties owed to writers. His abandoned car contained Centurions scripts covered in blood. FBI investigations found connections to arms dealers and military contractors. Some believe he was eliminated for revealing classified weapons systems. Others think he fled to avoid Pentagon consequences. The man who created Power extremely disappeared forever. 1. It was mass shooter training. Declassified documents reveal Centurions was studied by military psychologists for violence desensitization in minors. The show deliberately normalized weapons attachment to human bodies for children. Multiple mass shooters were documented, Centurions fans in psychological profiles. The transformation sequence psychologically linked power with weapons integration. Kids literally rehearsed shouting before receiving weapons, training future violence. The Pentagon's children's show accidentally created a generation associating extreme power with assault weapons. The real weapon system was the psychological conditioning all along. Bonus fact: the lost live-action movie. A completed live-action Centurions movie exists in Pentagon storage, deemed too accurate to classified programs. The film featured actual military hardware and was shot at real bases. Test screenings caused panic when audiences thought it was leaked military footage. The movie revealed weapons systems that wouldn't be public until 2010. From Pentagon funding to lead poisoning, from tortured voice actors to actual torture, the Centurions wasn't just a toy commercial. It was military-industrial complex propaganda that accidentally revealed tomorrow's warfare. This show proved you could militarize children's minds while selling them poison toys. Until next time, remember, power extreme means extremely questionable ethics. Man and machine, propaganda extreme. Don't forget to subscribe.